Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yokiman here and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager 2019 save here with Braga. In this episode we're going to take on Young Boys in the Europa League, hopefully pick up another victory in the Europa League, that'd be nice, and we'll take you through what's been happening off camera. There's been a few decent games, there's been one insane result which didn't go in our favour, but let's get into it straight away and take you through the results. So, since that great game against Sporting, if you didn't watch the episode, why are you still here? Go back and watch it. It was brilliant. Kevin Volland scored an own goal. We beat Portnemense 4-0 in the League Cup. Alex Febes, Ricardo Horta, Roland getting a goal as well. Told you guys. And Novius scoring. We then played against Dynamo in what was the most open, insane, crazy, and extremely frustrating from my point of view kind of game. They have a great team. They've kept quite a lot of good players. They also seem to just grow wonder kids. It just seems to be the Dynamo way. Tammy Abraham, Fabio Martins, and Ricardo Horta scored for us, but it was nowhere near enough. To be honest with you, they outperformed us. There were parts in the game where I was really nervous defensively. We didn't look too bad going forward, but defensively, yeah, a little bit squeaky. But we did bounce back from that defeat, which is heavily important in this game, even though Quintero managed to get himself sent off in the 17th minute. Cheers, pal. Febas, again, coming in clutch, getting another goal, playing very, very well this season. Played against Dynamo again. A very weird format this year, the fixtures, but we played against Dynamo again. It was a very difficult game, I have to be honest, but we did manage to beat them 2-0. We was definitely more secure and stronger in defence. Quintas coming in, and yeah, it was a decent result for us. Febas again, and Armand getting a goal, so we're starting to blood in our new midfielders. They're starting to become a little bit more prominent. We then played against Famalicão. That was probably dreadful. We beat them 3-1. Luis Santos, De Villa, and Luka Jovic getting a goal. I'm glad Luka Jovic managed to pick himself a goal. He really needs to start finding form again. But a pretty decent result against the team we should definitely be beating. I was a little bit upset to concede the goal. It was probably more lapse of judgment why we conceded the goal. But I'm happy with the result. I'm happy with the win. We did play a rotated side, obviously. Not massively rotated because I wanted to keep the run going. And I think that result near enough puts us through in that cup. But Young Boys today to give us an advantage, hopefully, in the Europa League. We'll pick the team now, but yeah, I'm really hoping the advantage will be given. And then we really have to make some choices for what we're going to do live-com-wise in the periods of October. January's not too bad, but so I only have one game in November, so it makes sense to do that Toulouse game. Try and get 2 episodes out of this. So then it kind of falls on what game do we do here. I could do Porto, but we do kind of do the bigger derby team games all the time. I think if I did Porto, I'd rather it was the back end of the season, because we've already done Sporting in one live com. So I'll just kind of muddle through and decide what. Maybe we'll go kind of straight down the middle and do Portnemense. It's kind of straight down the middle and then break it up and do Toulouse, because it'll be our last game in the Europa League. I haven't fully decided yet, but we're going to do something along that route. All the new subscribers, I just want to say thank you as well for the recent subscriptions. Things seem to be going quite well on the channel, so I am very positive moving forward with that. Now, let's pick the team and hopefully pick up a result that we kind of need, because we need to do well in the Europa League, and Young Boys aren't doing well at all. Right, guys, so this will be the squad we're going to go with. Jovic, Quintero up front. I'm going to keep trying him as that deep line forward. He has played well, apart from the sending off when he's been there. We're sticking with Martins and Horta. I was tempted to rotate, bring Linda in, and maybe bring Ocho in, but I definitely want to pick up a win. De Villa's going to get the game next to Novius. Quintas comes into the defence. Ricardo at right back. So it's a pretty similar lineup. That's what I've noticed about this season. It's very similar players seem to be playing all the time unless we're doing quite a bit of rotation. I'm sticking with Jovic up front because I want him to keep on picking up goals. And he is playing quite well. And I want to give Tammy Abraham a little bit of a rest because I want him fit to carry on in the league in the next few games. But I'm hoping for a decent result here. I didn't mention, though, that Rivaldo Cortese has had a bid from Hiberium, 3.8 million. We're going to let him go because we do now have Guedes and Quintas, who are replacements, as well as our mainstays, Cardoso and Luis Santos, our Portuguese superstar for centre-back. So there's no point really keeping him on. I might as well let him go. He's been an okay servant of the club in a time where defence wasn't superb. And as per usual, I pretty much know nobody on the Young Boys team, if we're being 100% honest. Maybe if I delve deep I might do, but no, definitely not. None of them ring a bell. Right, so we're sticking to our extended. I think extended has gone down well. It makes the episodes a little bit longer, and I can definitely assess the game a lot better than key highlights. In fact, since having tactical issues, I haven't really used key highlights once. I've kind of become a player who doesn't believe in key highlights anymore. You don't see enough of the game to impact it, and that's an issue as Dynamo already go 1-0 up against Toulouse. Toulouse are top of the group, though. Fabio Martins, Novius. Can we head in the same direction is what I was going to say. And is that Quintas off already? No, it's a yellow. Okay, Quintas, please calm down. Please. I do not want this to go badly. And I will just take a sip of my coffee. Novius passes it to their player. It was a good interception if we had De Villa there. They're passing this pretty neatly, though, aren't they? Oh, well done, Osman. Nice. As per usual, our headers one is always going to be extremely low. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that or has that issue, but yeah, it's always tremendously low for us. We're at home. We're going to go attacking because whatever we're doing right now is not working. They appear to be having the line share, but once they've had their possession, it should even out to us. But let's go attacking now. So quite bland for us so far. Not really that one highlight, and we throw the ball away there. Oh, this isn't great news, is it? They're playing similar to us, very, very similar to us, and I think when we line up against this kind of formation as they score there on the breakaway, oh, that's very frustrating. From our throw-in, we give away possession and they manage to break us. I mean, it wasn't even that quick of a break. They played it back, but poor defending from Cardoso, and we just didn't close it down. This is very frustrating. I'm going to take out play out of defence. I've demanded more, but I this isn't the greatest start. I haven't played the game for a couple of days. So when you boot the game up after a couple of days, it likes to kind of remind you how difficult FM is. Horta, awful shot from a crazy distance. That is not the kind of football that is going to get us in favour in this game. De Silva there wins it back, though. Horta, oh, God, gives it away. We are giving the ball away. I'm going to take off play out of defence as well. A work ball into the box, sorry. Let's go pass into space, but not to the opposition, please. We haven't really got clicking since the start of this game. We started on the back foot and it stayed on the back foot. I'm not really bothered about the Europa League if I'm being 1,000,000% honest, but I'd like to, get out the group. They're going to score again here, are they? Driving wide. Yes, they are. Wow. This is welcome back to FM kind of performance. Is it updated? Does this tactic not work anymore because the game's updated? I could sense it. We've been really bad here from the get-go, especially defensively. I mean, Ricardo plays really badly now normally when he plays. And we need Peg 2 back now. Fabio Martins, there's one. Just before half-time. Wow. We needed this. No one is performing particularly well. I'm going to roast them at half-time. Please do not let them get another just before. What are we doing? Why is Novius passing it back to them? This is really frustrating. Like, our passing in this game has been atrocious. It is 77%, but they're clearly not key passes. Novius, awful. Look at this. Ricardo Horta with 28% pass completion rate in a key area of the pitch. Say, where's your pass? I'm going to leave Horta on. He has been a very key player for me. I'm going to leave him on for now. But I am going to have a word with some of the rest of the guys. And hopefully they pick it up in the second half. Because this is really bad. Maybe we could bring Linda on the right. And put Martins on the left. Or maybe do we... Because I play him as an inverted winger. Which has played really well. But what if I just change him to a winger? Change Novius to deep lying. Jovic to a pressing forward. And Quintero to a pressing forward. Let's try and get in and amongst them a bit more. most preferentially get another goal at least. Quintas, Ricardo Horta. Let's see how his pass is here. That's a bit of a better pass, Luka Jovic. What can Jovic do? De Silva, he should be crossing from deep, no? He should have crossed there, right? Novius, De Villa. This is better passing play, though. Ricardo Horta goes close. That's better from Horta. I'm glad I didn't jump the gun instantly and be like, right, you're coming off the pitch. I'm pretty sure if I go to the tactic, I've got my fullbacks on cross from deep. Yes, I do. And we've completed a throw in here. Ricardo Horta finds Jovic again. Martins. Oh, there we go. Fabio Martins. A nice ball in from Jovic, let's be honest. I've noticed pressing forward seemed to do a lot more in terms of work as a striker. And they drop a little bit deeper, which is what I want. But nice ball in from Jovic. I mean, it's a great finish. The keeper probably should save that, but it's still a great finish. And will be very accepting of that goal. In fact, extremely accepting of that goal. But can we push on now and get another, which is... I want to win this one. We're at home. This is a game we should win. Quintero. Maybe overrun it, but he wins it back. Novius. De Silva now. If he whips a good ball in, Martins for the hat-trick. Ooh, Fabio Martins for a hat-trick there. This stinks of dynamo again, though, I have to be honest. Quintero now is not a bad delivery. Oh, manages to turn it over the bar. Dynamo are now winning 2-1 against Toulouse. Novius finds De Villa. Oh, if he'd have just got ahead of his man. This is a throw-in, and this is usually where we lose the ball, but we didn't this time. Horta picks it up and then loses it while dribbling with it. Great. We're going to stay attacking for now. Horta, Jovic, Novius. Okay, takes the route of playing the ball back. What's nice is we're doing extended, and as you can see on extended, as you make the changes, you can see the change in play. And your changes that you've implemented affect the game. Martins, Jovic! And there we go. The turnaround is there. We're going to drop down to balanced now. There's no need to stay on attacking, but that is what we wanted. And considering the first 20 minutes of this game was awful, and the passing now is superb. Look at the way we're moving the ball now. Yeah, that's what I like about extended. Extended, comprehensive, those kind of highlights, that's what you need, because you can really see the changes you're making impact the game. I've been quite impressed with Quintero, even though he's got quite a poor rating. I'm going to bring on Mark because he's more solid defensively. He's more of a defensive left back. I'm going to bring on Shea Ojo because no matter what, Ricardo Horta still hasn't had a good game. In terms of Ricardo Horta's form, this is still a bad game for him. So, who was their striker that scored, actually? He's 28 years of age. He's got okay composure, though. Not the great, but he's quick. And any striker that's quick against us, we do tend to struggle. I should probably do more individual instructions, mark tightly on certain players like that. I've never really messed around too much with the individual instructions. Probably mainly because I'm not fully sure how it's going to impact the game and I don't want to destroy tactics. Jovic. I kind of like to let the players do the jobs that they're supposed to do. Let's make another change. It's hard to pinpoint who's particularly had bad games sometimes when it's like this. But we're going to make this change. And that means we're going to drop the Villa now. Back. We'll put Maroski in there. And I'm pretty sure centre mid attack is a position he likes to play. But I tell you what, we'll do Mazzala. I do like Mazzala, but I haven't had the same joy this year with Mazzala. It's been a little bit frustrating for me. I haven't had any joy with advanced wingers since the patch, since the update. I tend to get far better performances with my wingers further down the field now. They seem to track back more. So they're picking the ball up in deeper positions, whereas when I had them advanced, they just don't seem to get the ball. Maybe it's just my tactical style. We should see this out now. I am going to just demand more one last time. This needs to be a good throw-in. He finds Novius in a good position. Can he get that ball there to Fabio Martins? Have we got a hat-trick? Oh, no, we do. On goal? No. Never mind. I was very close, though. I thought he was on for his hat-trick. I'm very surprised. I thought this would be the season where Martins pretty much got replaced, and I had faith in him very much at the start of the season after Daniel got injured. Is that Marion? That's got to be the Fellaini, right? Yeah, after Daniel got injured, I thought I had no choice. Martins was my option, and I tell you what, he's been pretty good. Oh, he puts that over. He's been pretty good. So, I mean, a player who I was definitely contemplating selling at the start of the season is now someone who I'm quite happy to have in as a squad player. Send him off, ref. Get Bjorn off. Okay, no. Okay. Bjorn was the name of the referee. Well done, Yorkie. But I think this is a very good result. This is a very good victory. We can't be happier, really. If we get the victory, that is. They're still pumping forward here. Fashnat. Well saved, Osman. He's been very good for us this season as Osman. I cannot lie. Let's hold out here, boys. Let's not concede a very late one. Come on, referee. It's been 94 minutes. Get that whistle to your lips. They're going to get to deliver another ball in, and we did concede from that kind of position. Well done there from Mark. Surely the ref's got to blow his whistle after this. He's still not blown it. There we go. That will do nicely. That's a very good victory. And a learning lesson for me, because I did not expect... This tactic has worked really well. I've not had to tweak it much. But I did not expect for 1 second that we would be getting absolutely outperformed and destroyed that quickly in the game. Very frustrating, but it does put us top of our group, neck and neck with Dynamo because they won. But it, you know, as long as we qualify, it's the games against Toulouse that are probably going to be the most important games. But if Toulouse lose again and we beat Young Boys, I think we'd only need a okay result against them. But yeah, there you go, Fabio Martins, 9.1. So there we are, boys. A good victory for us. Let's just have a quick look at Hertha's David Selke. I do like him. I don't think we'll be able to afford him anytime soon. It's crazy to see teams like this, like Chelsea there, and such big teams in this competition. And it's crazy that we're in this competition while Kilmarnock having Solanke. Well, that's a decent transfer, isn't it? That we're in this competition and there are some real big powerhouses that we can't even compete with when it comes to finances. They're like Lazio and some of the other teams. Aberdeen drew with Valencia. Is there any crazy? Oh, Lyon. I do like Lyon. He's getting on now, though, very much so. I don't think there's any surprise results, right? Well, I can see here. I mean, Rangers drew. I think that's Steaua Bucharest. Okay, Ajax lost, which is a little bit surprising. As you can see there, Dynamo still have Meyer. He has turned into a beast. I don't know. He's still only valued at 4.7 million, but I can guarantee you now that they would want a crazy sum. I am looking at him, of course, but they'll want a crazy sum for him. And financially, I think if we have a quick look, we stand quite well. I've never really spent big money. Like I say, the transfer this time round, if you guys haven't seen it, do go and check the transfer video. We do still have 109k per week on the wages, but that's kind of down to our tight handling of the money. But if we go from 2018, our first season, 2 free transfers. Our second season, again, a 95k and a 50k, and unfortunately, both of those players never really featured for the club. It's a shame, but they just weren't good enough. But look, Mawoski there, who we brought in the second season, he's now getting some first team football. That's great to see. But it was more about making money. 8.75 there, and only 145k spent. And then in 2020-21, again, kind of about making money. 9.5. We let players go, and a lot of frees. Lintner, Donnet, we really went for the free transfers. Alejandro Marquez, he was great for that 2-season stretch. And loans were really important to us as well. So at this point, and this was in January because we had a little bit of money, Medeiros and Quintero was like for me, are record-breaking transfers, one after another, in terms of finances we've spent. Then the season after, again, it wasn't huge money. Tammy Abraham broke the record for me at 3.4 million. I mean, Luka Jovic on a free is an absolute crazy steal, but we made 29.5 million that season, which was an insane return for the club. And considering that, we only spent 3.4 on one player and, Linda coming in, we didn't spend big money. And then this season, again, the most money we've spent, I believe, it's definitely the most on one player, but only really spent money on one player, all frees again. So that's kind of been our system. I don't think at any point during our save we will probably reach a point where we are spending big money. I can foresee that there's going to be a couple more seasons at least left of this, at least, but I think we'll never spend big. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you're new around here, smash that subscribe button. Feel free to please leave a like, especially if you've made it this long. It does help a smaller YouTube in the YouTube algorithm. And I will catch you in the next part, guys, where I think we will probably do Porton and Mense. I think that makes sense. Play 4 games, because then Toulouse will be the last one.